welcome to everybody. This is our second mini conference, and I'm not in the bush, I just like that photograph behind me. Our second mini conference online that we're running in conjunction with the African MRS. So I'm the director for the Arua Center of Excellence for Materials, Energy and Nanomaterials. And as I said, we're working in conjunction with the African MRS, and we've got a little series of mini conferences. The first one we had was very successful. Maybe we had it too wide, but I didn't want to turn anybody away. So we had shorter presentations then, but I just wanted to get people involved. Now what we're trying to do is we're trying to run more specialized mini conferences, and this is the first one of those, and it's the Energy Solutions for Africa. So that's what we're trying to do, and we are doing. And there's going to be another one next week, which is Urgent Materials for Africa, and it's not very well subscribed at the moment, but we've got a plan for it, so hopefully there'll be more people. And the idea of this one was so that people could present their ideas on energy and the work they're doing, and hopefully maybe we can get some more collaborations going, and more people, as more people find out who else is working in their field. That's what we're trying to do. There is we are putting together a book of abstracts, which will have the abstracts that people sent in, and it will also have the information they sent in with their affiliations and their emails if they gave it, and their telephones if they gave it. So that information will be there. I'm not sure if it's ready yet. Sorry, it's been a bit mad my end. So that's what we're doing, just like we did last time. And that's all going well. One thing that did happen this time, which was unfortunate, was that the way we asked for the abstracts, somehow there were some abstracts which didn't have any affiliations or names. And because I didn't have those affiliations and names, I did try and find them out, but I was unsuccessful. I couldn't accept them because there was no way of telling the people, hey, we've got your abstract, it does look okay, but there's no affiliations. So if some people are here, they were disappointed that their abstract's not in the program. That's because we didn't know who the abstract belonged to. So that's that. And I'd just like to tell you a little bit more about Arua. Arua is, it's the African Research Universities Alliance, and under it, well, there's several universities which are Arua universities. They have to be universities that are doing research, and pretty good research. And then under it are centers of excellence, and they keep being added to. And there's at least 11 centers of excellence. I might be out of date. And ours is only one of them on materials, energy and nanotechnology. There's a whole range of these centers of excellence. And the idea was to cover all the useful disciplines by centers of excellence, or groups of disciplines by the centers of excellence, to help develop Africa and sort out the problems that Africa has got. So there's notions of identity, there's migration and mobility, there's a food security one, there's a couple for water, which is very, very important for Africa. And what we're trying to, and it's starting to happen, is we're getting links across the centers. And so that's very good. And also with the centers, they're not as closely defined like you would sign up to a center if you're with a set membership. If your university is an Arua university, you just get hold of the right people and say, you know, what can I do? What can you do for me? So that's very nice. And then a little bit about African Materials Research Society. that was founded in the early 2000s. I can't remember exactly when, or it might have been a couple of years earlier. I can remember going to a conference, an early conference there in 2001. And basically what that is trying to do is that is also trying to bring people together. And it runs a conference every 2 years. The next one is going to be in 2024 in Kigali, Rwanda. And that's also a network for researchers. So it's very good that the arua-COE for Materials, Energy and Nanotechnology works together with the African Materials Research Society. And it's been very successful, and we're very happy, and we're trying to plot so that we can continue with it because we're so happy with it. So both of them are working together, and it's been very, very good. We did send a whole bunch of people to the 2022 conference in Dakar, and that was a very, very good conference. And it was so nice to meet people face to face again after the COVID and after the aftermath of COVID. I must admit that traveling is a bit more difficult these days. Visas seem to be more horrible, and that's one reason why we're doing these online conferences. So that's a little bit about us. And I'm also part of the African MRS anyway, but that's how we fit together, and we're working together, and we're hoping to be doing some more. Definitely there's the materials conference next week. Right, that's probably enough waffle from me, but welcome everybody. I hope we have a nice mini conference. I'm not expecting the large numbers that we had last year for our main conference, because that was a wider subject area. So we've more got the specialists now, and maybe this will be better for the researchers, because they are going to be talking to the people that they're listening to, the more specialized people. So without further ado, it's now 9:10. I'd like to introduce the first speaker, who is actually our COE founding deputy director, which is why I put him first. And that's Professor Alex Quant and his university. And the title of his talk is Augmenting Conventional Solar Cells, Basic Concepts and Typical Devices. Thank you.